Welcome to another episode of the Baby Daddy Chronicles. It is I, it is he, it is your future favorite baby daddy. Hey man, told y'all I was gonna be more consistent with this video. Y'all thought it was joking. It wasn't a joke. Not at all, man. I told y'all. But how's everybody doing? I'm doing good. Can't complain. You know, I'm here. I'm blessed. I'm alive. Thank God. I'm doing everything that I can do right now in my current situation, and I'm doing all right. Today, right? Today we're diving into a real one. Talking about dating someone who has kids. It sounds good on paper, right? But is that the reality? Because it's a whole different level of commitment and maturity. I feel like this is an important but often misunderstood aspect of modern dating. Because I think it really kind of depends on who you're talking to, who you're dating, the person with kids. Like, is the dad in their life? Is the dad not in their life? What expectations do they have? What do you want to, like, what expectations do you have? Especially in modern dating where it's always, oh, the man got to pay the bills and the man got to provide while the woman stay home with the kids, or, you know, whatever the case is. So it's like, what's the expectations when it comes to women with kids in dating, right? And what's the reality? So that's what I want to tackle today. I have dated plenty of women with kids, so I'm gonna give insights. And we'll go from there, because I've had a mixed bunch. I've had it to where the woman didn't really need help, and then I had it to where I was the fucking help, like the main source of help. And especially with the one chick, this little Puerto Rican chick I had talked to who had 3 kids. When I first met her, she had none. And then she had one. Then we started talking, and she fucked around and had another one while we were talking. That was the end of that. And then by the time the third one came, I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to just fuck, because I've been wanting to fuck you, and I did that, but I made sure, like, I'm not about to be baby daddy number 4. And she was always like, oh, Poppy, if you love me, oh, you'll help me. And it's like, nah, bitch. Like, go ask them, go ask the niggas that you had kids with. Like, I feel like at times, the stepdads get a bad rap because we have to go above and beyond for what the man who actually got her pregnant didn't do. And that's not fair to us. I shouldn't have to go I'm drinking my protein shake. I shouldn't have to go above and beyond to help heal you because the last man did you dirty. Like, no. So, right, let's get into it. The expectations, what people think it'll be like, right? Oh, they'll be grateful I'm stepping up. I won't have to deal with the other parent. I can build a bond with the kid easily. We'll still have plenty of time for just us. And I feel like Hollywood and social media and movies heighten these expectations, and that's not necessarily the case. It's not guaranteed that you're going to bond with the kid easily. Let's start there. That's definitely not the case. Them kids may not like your ass, and you doing shit for a kid that don't fucking like you. Let's keep it a buck. You could be doing shit for a kid that don't like you, bro. They'll be grateful I'm stepping up. That's a lie. They're not grateful. Once you start doing, now don't get me wrong. There are some women that are grateful. About half. And there's the other half that, like, they aren't grateful because you came into their life when they had kids, you're helping them, and once you start helping a woman, they expect it. So now it's the expectation that it's your child, that you're going to help their child, right? And I wish that moms would I wish that moms would be more grateful, but they're not. Like, you've been on Baby Daddy Chronicles podcast before. Shit. You could talk about Tyler. You know what I'm saying? Y'all listen to Baby Daddy Chronicles podcast before. We could talk about Tyler. At times, he felt like he's underappreciated with dealing with his bonus child. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dating someone with kids is a thankless job, because you're taking over the responsibilities of another man's child with hopes and prayers that one day you'll be appreciated, mainly by the kids. Like, cause the mom, I do feel like moms do appreciate stepdads. Like, for example, my best friend Antoine, him and his girl they're going on their second kid, but before he met her, she had a kid, and he took his kid he looked at her kid as if that was his own, and she was appreciative. It really just depends on what kind of mom that you deal with. I feel like the moms that don't really have it together in life, the ones that are struggling, are the ones that are less appreciative, because they tell you, oh, I'm not looking for you to be a dad. But then, they're asking for everything in regards to you being a dad, buying the kids clothes, taking the kids to school, picking them up from school. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting them birthday gifts, graduation gifts, Christmas gifts. That's all shit that dads do. So you're actively playing a part of a dad. And sometimes it goes underappreciated. I won't have to deal with the other parent. That is a lie. I've never had to really deal with the other parent, but I've known men that have had to deal with the other father, the baby daddy. And it really just depends. Like, it depends on the maturity level of the parent. Like, cause some men, they get into it a little bit. They be like, oh, well, you ain't gonna be around my kid doing X, Y, and Z. But it's like, bro, if you're not stepping up, if you would have stepped up, then it wouldn't have been another man involved in the picture. Probably most women would love for them to have a family. They would love for them and the kid's father to work out, but it don't always work out. It don't always work out. And then you got to go into the dating world with 1, 2, or 3 kids. I know an old coworker of mine, she was married and she had like 4 or 5 kids. Now, granted, she's very attractive and she has her shit together. So I feel like it'd be a whole lot easier for her to date as opposed to dealing with somebody with 4 or 5 kids who don't have their shit together. That's a completely different ballgame. For me, my rule. I'm not dating nobody. I'll put it like this. If you have more than 2 kids, my max is 3. That's it. 3. And I'm only doing 3 if we got some type of history together, or you just fine as fuck, or you got your shit together, right? I'm only doing 3. That's my max. And with 3, your kids got to be at least in kindergarten or up. I'm not dealing with no infants because I've learned my lesson dealing with an infant, and then he wanted his family back, and guess what happened? He got his family back. You know how frustrating that is to put in the work and the time to build with somebody, and then a nigga the old baby dad just come out of nowhere. I want my family back, and she go back. You know how frustrating and annoying that is? It's very annoying. So yeah, no, that's my strategy. If you're not over your baby daddy, don't even look this way. If you're not over your baby daddy, if you're not over the father of your kids, do not look this way. That's why I tend to date women if they have kids. Um, Kids got to be old. They got to be at least 5 years and up. Let's go 6 years and up. Like I'm saying, like, and we got to see that you over your baby, you over the kid's father. Like you know what I'm saying, like you're over the father of your kids. So let's be for real. Can't be no. Oh no, I'm not done, or I still love him. Nah, I don't want you to hate him, but I want you to get to a point to where you no longer have feelings for him and y'all can co-parent effectively. Um, we'll still have plenty of time for just us. Depending on, I think that it depends. Do y'all live with each other, right? Or y'all in one house, she in the other house, or if y'all live with each other and it's just one, yes, you can make sure you have plenty of time for yourself. For the both of y'all, I mean. But if it's more than one, Playboy, look at me as I get closer. It ain't gonna be no time for y'all. I can tell you that right now. If it's two or multiple, just know you have to get in where you fit in. You're gonna have to get in where you fit in because they already have a routine, and now you're trying to come in and build a routine with them. It's gonna take time. You know what I'm saying? And you also gonna have to realize that you become the new babysitter. You have become the new babysitter. She want to go out. She's gonna be like, "Hey, babe, can you watch the kids?" Especially if y'all don't live together. Hey, babe, can you watch the kids while I go out or whatever the case is? Like, but I want my men to know that if you're gonna go down this route, you have to make sure that you stand your ground. If you're like, I would not date a woman with kids if she was not trying to give me my own. There's no way I'm raising your little rascals and you not giving me one of my own. Like I'm not, not happening. I'm sorry. Like, and I'm for real. Like if she had 2 or 3 kids and it's different. If I ain't want one, cool. But if I wanted at least one and it comes to a point to where like you can't have no more kids, yeah, nah. Sorry. Won't do it. Because as a guy, that's unfair. Like, I gotta raise these kids as my own. They may appreciate me, they may not appreciate me. You know how kids are. Oh, you're not my mom, you're not my dad. I may not be your mom and dad, but I'm the one providing for you for your ass. So as of right now, I am your daddy, and you will show me some respect. Also, I want to tell the guys this, and I want you to listen and listen to me closely. If that name is not on, if it's only her name on the birth certificate, do not sign that. Do not sign that birth certificate. I don't care. Unless y'all are married. Even then, I will hesitate. Do not sign that birth certificate. Because I promise you, if you sign it and y'all break up, she can and probably will put you on child support. She can and probably will put you on child support. If you're going to do anything for the kid, do it because you want to do it, not because she's asking you to do it. Don't let her sit there and be like, oh, well, I need help with this. I need help with that. Could you do something for the kids? Or could you do something for us? And make sure it is what she's saying that it is. Not no, oh, I need this, but really, I need this for the kids, but really she could have a crab boil or on vacation. Like, no. Now, there is times where, you know, if she trusts you enough with the kids to pick, if she trusts you enough with the kids to pick them up from school or take them to school by yourself or leave them in the house to watch them while she go out, then at this point, if she does that, from my personal experience, she loves you. Because no mom is going to leave somebody with their kids that she does not trust and love. That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong as a single guy, but that's my personal opinion. She's not going to leave you there with her kids if she doesn't love and trust you. Don't fuck that up. But also at the same time, just be reasonable and also be on, and just know, like, this is the trial period for you and her, right? If you're going to date somebody with kids and you're taking care of her kids, this is the trial period to see if y'all can co-parent effectively. If you cannot co-parent effectively, or you cannot parent effectively, if you're always nagging and you feel like she don't appreciate you, do not nut in her, because it's only because once you have a kid with her and you're taking care of her kids and she don't show that she really appreciates you, it's only going to get worse, because now she's expecting you to take care of the kid that you already have. I remember when this lady had thought that I got her pregnant, and turned out that I didn't, and she had wanted help with diapers and shit, and I told her, when we get the DNA test, then if it's mine, I'll help. And she was like, well, you helped me before with kids, so I'm not understanding the problem. That was a red flag for me. So it's like, okay, I helped you before, yes, but now you're saying that this could potentially be my child. So until we get a DNA test, I'm not helping shit. It's easier to help when you know that little nigga ain't yours. It's a whole lot different when you're helping and it's up in the air that nigga could be yours, it could not be yours. Just saying. That was a red flag for me. That was like, oh, okay. So this little, for her to say that and then to never give me and then to wait so long to give me the test, like, yeah, no. That's wild. To say that, oh, would you help me before with kids that wasn't yours? You should be able to help me again. Like, yeah, no. Like the dynamics, the dynamics and situation is different. So let's get into the reality, right? The reality of dating a woman with kids, time constraints. Parenting comes first. You got to know that. Especially if y'all don't live together. If y'all got a date night and then something happens with the kids, shit happens with kids all the time. If you got a night where it's just supposed to be y'all supposed to be doing some loving, cuddling movies, and a kid throw up, just know it's a wrap. Them plans is over with, sir. Them plans is over with. You gonna have to, and it could be frustrating. It could definitely be frustrating, especially when you're dealing with a mom who does not have a village. That is very frustrating because she don't have nobody to be like, hey, can you watch the kids? It's all her. So you really gonna have to get in where you fit in. You don't got no time. Like, you're not gonna have a lot of time. You're not gonna have a lot of time. You gotta understand, parenting comes first. I always try to recommend to fathers, if you're gonna date somebody with kids, make sure she has a village. Because if she don't have a village, it's what you're used to is not going to happen. Like, what you're used to, that ain't it, sir. Like, that's not it. If you're used to seeing your girl 3-4 times a week and you got a mom with kids and she ain't got no village, man, you'd be lucky if you see her like 3-4 times a month. And you better have plans when you see her. You better have plans when you see her. It can't just be like, oh, we just gonna hang out. Like, no, you can't waste her kid-free weekend. You absolutely can't. Co-parenting, drama, or the dynamics, if for the guys, you're dating a mom with kids, the kid's father could potentially be an issue later down the line. He may not want you to deal with the kids. For a woman dealing with a man with the kids, you already know, depending on, mothers can be very, very petty, depending on the situation. I remember me and this one lady had talked about having kids, and she was saying, yeah, if we break up and we have a kid, like, I don't want, she was like, if we break up and you have a kid and then you end up dating somebody else, the kid can't stay there with you and her until the kid's able to talk. So basically it's like, I would have to always go over her house to see my child. And I wasn't fucking with that. Like, I wasn't fucking with that at all. And then it's like, and don't get you started on if you have a kid and want a DNA test. Like, women get in their feelings about that shit. Like, even though, you trying to establish your rights, they still be in their feelings about that shit. So you just gotta understand and be aware that when you're walking into a situation, and you're dating somebody with kids, the other parent may feel some type of way and may be very jealous of you at first. There are some that be cool, like, extra help, no problem. There could be other times where they be like, yeah, no, I don't want you around my kid. Um, Building trust with children takes time. That takes a lot of time to build trust with the kids. You know what I'm saying? To be there, help them with homework, help them graduate, pick them up from school. They crying on your shoulder because they had their first heartbreak. It's a lot. And you got to love that kid like your own. You got to love that kid as if it came out your ball sack or came out your vagina. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're going to be able to build trust with them. The only way you're going to have to build trust with them. And then also, you're going to have to treat the parents you're dating with respect. Got to. All that yelling and screaming and arguing and all that other shit, nah. You got to stop. Because otherwise, that's what the kids are going to see. And then they're going to think that's okay. You may be a priority, but never the top priority. Like you said, you got to understand the kids come first. The kids come first. And you gotta understand that and be okay with that and know that the kids come first. If you can, then cool, great. If not, then you're going to be you may want to rethink about dating somebody with kids, because you will never be a top priority as if you were just dating somebody that were single. You'll never be a top priority. The kids will always come first. And man, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going into it, you know that, hey, I'm not gonna be 1A, but I could be 1B, or I could just be option B. Priority number B. Priority letter B. You know what I'm saying? You also got to remember that you're not just dating the person, but also their family structure. Like, what does their family look like? Does their family accept you? Does their family like you? Like, what's their family dynamic? All that comes into play. All that comes into play because it matters. Especially if you want to build something with this person. You got to know, like, okay, it's an extra layer now. Because normally you get to know somebody, then you get to know the parents, and you get to see, like, okay, can we bond? Can we build X, Y, and Z? Like, nah. You got to deal with, essentially, the kids, her people, and if the other parent is active in the other parent's, in the kid's life, at least to a minimum, the other parent and maybe his people. Maybe y'all can all get along. But if not, like, yeah, that's what you got to deal with. You have to deal with that, and you got to be okay with it. Like, just know, if she got 3 kids and you may have a favorite, you can't buy one. You can't buy something for one without the other ones. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot harder to build a bond with all 3 than it is one, because, like, these little kids will try you. I remember dating a mom with 3 kids, and I went to go pick them up from school, and she had asked me to give them some pizza, right? So I had got them some pizza. It was like CC's Pizza or whatever. And the youngest one was acting ass. For her to be so young, she was acting up. I'm like, yo, if I was your dad, I would have beat your ass when we got home. Like, nigga, I would have tore your ass out the frame. But I'm not her dad. All I did was I called her mom. And was like, hey, put her mom on the phone. I was like, hey, your child acting up. Which one? The youngest one. I'll handle it when I get home. Then it's like, no, it's too late. I can't help you, sweetheart. You know better. You just chose not to do better. That's the difference. You know better, sweetheart. You just chose not to do better, okay? Like, let's be real. Let's keep it a buck. All right, let's talk about the emotional toll. Feelings of being left out or second place. Once again, if you always feel like, hey, every time I try to do something, it always gets overshadowed by the kids. You got to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Is this benefiting you, or is this benefiting the person that you're dating? Because at some point, dating someone with kids has to benefit you. Like, I wholeheartedly believe, right? Hear me out. Hear me out. I don't think most women would do this. I wholeheartedly believe if you are dating someone with kids and you are playing the role of dad and you are actively in their kid's life like a parent should be, come tax time, you should get some of that money. I doubt the woman would do that, and that may cause an uproar, but you should get some of that money because you're playing the role of dad. She should be able to break you off and be like, let's say each kid is like $1,000. I honestly believe you should get half of that for each kid. If you're providing and protecting and taking care of somebody else's kids and doing it to the capacity that like their own father would, then yes, you should be able to get some of that tax refund. I don't think most ladies would agree with me, but because like you got to be rewarded somehow. You have to be rewarded somehow. And also, like, it goes back again, like, if she's being that selfish, then it's like, okay, do you really want to have a child with her? Because she's showing you, this is the trial run, or child with him. That person is showing you who they are. It's up to you to recognize whether that is something that you want to build with and something and someone that you want to have a child with. Because once you have a child, you can't take that shit back. You can't push it back up in there and be like, oh, delete, return to sender. Once that baby is here, that baby's fucking here. Your whole life changes. The importance of clear and honest communication is a big one. Because in order for it to work, you're going to have a clear and honest communication with the mom and the children. Like, what are some of the boundaries? Can I beat the kids? Can I discipline the kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, can I ground them? Or is it strictly to where you want me to provide, protect, help with the kids, feed them, take them to school, drive them to school, but yet I can't discipline them? To me, that's crazy. I'm doing everything but the discipline part. And everybody be like, oh, well, I don't want you hitting my kids, but you want me to help take care of them, right? You don't want me to discipline your kids, but you want me to do everything else when it comes to helping take care of your kids. Which one is it? Because it can't, like, parents, it can't be both. It's got to be one or the other. Either you're going to go all the way with his help, and that includes with their help, and that includes discipline, or you're not. Or you're not. And that's why you got to have clear and honest communication. The mom has to be able to trust you, because she could trust you watching the kids. That's another thing. Trust you to discipline. It's another thing. They can trust you to watch their kids while you're home alone. It's another thing to leave them there and discipline them. Like it's something completely different. So let's talk about this, man. The keys to making it work: patient and understanding and respecting the parent-child bond. You're gonna need patience until y'all can get into a groove on what's what in regards to a routine, like where you fit in, like what days y'all have together, or what, you know what I'm saying, what certain days a month y'all gonna go out and have just date night, y'all time, or whatever the case is, and the routine of, you know, childhood, because that takes time. Like, that takes time for someone who doesn't have kids to be in a routine to where, oh shit, you know what I'm saying, I get home, I know, you know, I'm gonna help her. She's gonna help with she's gonna cook while I help with the kids and homework, so that way it takes a load off of her. It's a lot of you being a helpmate to her and the kids. That's a thankless job, because she may thank you, she may not. She may be like, you know, I appreciate you, but I've been doing this by myself for a long time. If you find the right woman, she will appreciate you and she will cherish you, and you'll be rewarded for that. Just like, right? Hear me out. Hear me out. I feel like if you are taking care of another person's child and you're actively involved in there like that's your own child, I know technically you aren't a dad, but yeah, no, you deserve a Father's Day gift because you're doing everything that the other dad didn't step up to do. So yes, you deserve a Father's Day gift. That's my personal opinion on that. You need to set realistic expectations early. And what I mean is set what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. Hey, listen. I know you got kids, but for the first year of dating, I'm dating you. If we get past year one, then I will start helping out with the kids. But I'm not helping out with the kids automatically because I'm trying to get to know you. I'm not trying to get to know your kids at first. Because I feel like there needs to be a boundary of like, okay, like, parents, let me ask you this. Because I don't know. But when you're dating someone with a kid, how long does it take for you to introduce the kids to your partner? That's a good question. If parents, if y'all can answer that for me, either DM me or babydaddychroniclespod@gmail.com or respond to this video on the YouTube. I appreciate it. But you gotta set realistic expectations early and open communication about the needs and the boundaries. Like you got to, like, hey, listen, I'm not gonna. I won't pick the kids up. I'll pick the kids up and drop them off 1 to 2 days a week. That's it. All the other days, you got it because that's your kids. We still in the early stages of the relationship. I'm not going to do it. Or, I may take you and the kids out once a month, but don't expect me to feed them all the time. Like that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to be a paymaster. I'm here to be a boyfriend, a potential father. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to do X, Y, and Z. I mean, also, like I said, for dating a woman with kids, like they could see, like, okay, if you're good with their kids, they may decide to just give you your own because they be like, damn, he's real good with kids. I can only imagine what he'll do if that's his own blood. So, including the child in the growth of the relationship, slowly and naturally. Hey, man, listen. If you got kids, slowly but surely include the child. Like, if, let's say, for example, y'all been dating for a year now, and you've met the kid at maybe like month 10. I would say probably that second month into the year relationship, that second month, so a year, like that, when it hits 14 months, yeah, like, take the kid with you if you're going somewhere, or you bond with the kid. Like, you can easily tell the mom, like, hey, this weekend I'm taking the kids. We're going to the beach and we're going to go bowling. You know what I'm saying? Something just to, help her or help him. And then also, like, you got to remember, like, if you're dating a parent and the active parent isn't in, so let's say, for example, I'm dating a chick with 3 kids. 2 of them don't got dads. 1 of them do. So what you do is you take the other 2 the weekend that the one kid is going to her parent, you take the other 2 and do something with them. So that way they don't feel left out, like, hey, she gets to go to her dad and I don't have a dad. Like, I'm always going to grandma's. Like, yeah, you take them out. Maybe you go bowling. Maybe you go to a movie. Like, maybe you just sit at home, and if they're girls, maybe a tea party. If they're boys, maybe y'all shoot around at the gym or something like that. Just so that way they can that's a way to show them, like, yeah, like, okay, like, I see him trying to build that trust. And you got to be mature enough to handle all parts of the package, the good and the bad. You got to be enough to deal with especially when they get older, the I hate yous, the I can't stand you, you're not my real parent. Just got to know, like, as a kid, 9 out of 10, they don't mean that shit. I mean, some of them do, but most of them don't mean that shit. They just hurt, or, you know what I'm saying, they just angry, but they don't really mean it. Kids appreciate what you do, I think, more than what the parents would. And then also, parents, you have to understand how you treat the person that's helping you raise these kids, because the kids see that. They see that. And they will ask you to ask the other parent, why they treat you like this? Because you're a good person. It's happened to me. That's all I'm saying. All right. So to wrap it up, let's wrap it up. Dating with someone with kids isn't for everyone, and that's okay. If you know that you don't have the patience to deal with kids, then don't date someone with kids. Or you want their first to be your first, then don't date someone with kids, man. Respect the responsibility that comes with dating a parent. All right. It's a lot of responsibility that comes with dating a parent. I always try to tell people, if you want to date somebody with kids, get a dog first. Not a cat. Get a dog. Because that's almost like, in a sense, that's closest thing in animal-wise you're going to get to having a kid. Get a dog. See if you can handle it first before dating someone with kids, okay? All right, man. It's your future favorite baby daddy, man. Thank y'all for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube, man. The Average Show Media LLC, man. Hopefully the next video will have a haircut. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on all social media platforms, on all podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep doing these solo ones, but I do want to get people on there as well. Just so that way we can change it up a little bit. All right. So I want to leave y'all with this. Have a question or two. Have you ever dated someone with kids, and was it what you expected? All right. If you want to answer that, hey man, Baby Daddy Chronicles Pod on Instagram, Baby Daddy Chron on Twitter, Baby Daddy Chronicles Pod at gmail.com. All right, man. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube, man. The Average Show Media LLC, man. Share this with a friend. Get the numbers up. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. It's your future favorite baby daddy, man. I'm out. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.